Bella Johnson's life changed in one day. Her father's gambling debt landed her on a private jet to Seoul, sold into marriage to not one, but two Korean Mafia bosses. Identical twins who made one thing crystal clear: there's no choosing between them. She belongs to both. Equally. Completely. Now she's caught between Kwan's dangerous intensity and Kai's devastating charm, learning that loving two men isn't a sin, it's her destiny. She sat in the back of a Mercedes that probably cost more than her entire neighborhood in Lagos, watching Seoul's glittering skyline pass by through tinted windows. 24 hours ago, she'd been helping her father in his small electronics repair shop. Now she was being driven to meet the men she'd been sold to. Sold. The word made her stomach turn. Your father made certain choices, her uncle had told her 3 days ago, his face grim. Choices that put the entire family in danger. The Han twins have agreed to forgive his debt. In exchange, you will marry them. Them. Bella had repeated, certain she'd heard wrong. Both of them. Both of them. At 20, Bella had dreamed of love. She'd grown up on Nollywood movies and K-dramas, imagining a romance that would sweep her off her feet. She'd pictured one man. One love. Not this. The car pulled through massive gates into an estate that looked like something from a movie. The mansion was all glass and steel and sharp angles, beautiful and cold and completely terrifying. Two men stood at the entrance. Identical twins, both devastatingly handsome in that way that made Bella's breath catch despite her fear. They had to be in their late 20s, tall and perfectly built, wearing expensive suits that screamed power and danger. But that's where the similarity ended. The one on the left smiled as she approached, warm, bright, disarming. His eyes crinkled at the corners, and when he spoke, his voice was like honey. You must be Bella. I'm Kai. Welcome home. Home. As if she'd chosen to be here. The one on the right didn't smile. His expression was cold, assessing, his dark eyes boring into her like he could see every thought in her head. When he finally spoke, his voice was quiet but commanding. I'm Kwan. Come inside. Not a greeting. A command. Bella followed them into a massive foyer with marble floors and a chandelier that probably cost more than her father's debt. Everything was pristine. Perfect. Soulless. I'm sure you have questions, Kai said gently, gesturing for her to sit in an enormous living room. This must be overwhelming. Overwhelming. Bella's voice came out sharper than she intended. I was kidnapped from my home and told I have to marry two men I've never met. Overwhelming doesn't cover it. Kwan's expression didn't change. You weren't kidnapped. Your father made an agreement. An agreement I didn't consent to. And yet, here you are. Kwan sat across from her, his posture perfect, his gaze unwavering. Your father owed us 20 million naira. Money he gambled away with funds he stole from us. The penalty for that is death. We offered an alternative. Marriage to you, in exchange for his life and his family's safety. Bella's eyes burned with tears she refused to shed. So I'm payment for his mistakes. You're a solution to a problem, Kwan said flatly. And an opportunity. An opportunity? She laughed bitterly. For who? For all of us. Kai leaned forward, his voice softer. I know this isn't what you wanted, but it doesn't have to be a prison sentence. We can make this work, Bella. We can build something real. Real? How is any of this real? You can't just share a wife like she's property. We don't see you as property, Kai said. We see you as ours. Both of ours. Equally. That's insane. That's our reality. Kwan's voice cut through her protest like a blade. Our father raised us to share everything. Every responsibility. Every asset. Every decision. We've run this organization together since we were 21. We've never competed. Never divided what belongs to us both. I'm not an asset. No. Kwan's eyes held hers. You're our wife. Which means you belong to both of us. Completely. There is no choosing between us. No playing favorites. No division. You are ours, and we are yours. That's the arrangement. Bella stood abruptly, her chair scraping against the marble. I need to think. I need space. Of course. Kai stood smoothly. I'll show you to your room. You can rest, process everything. We'll have dinner together at 8. No pressure. Just time to talk. He led her up a sweeping staircase to a bedroom that was bigger than her entire apartment back home. A king-size bed, a balcony overlooking Seoul, a closet already filled with clothes in her exact size. They'd been planning this, preparing for her. I know you're scared, Kai said softly from the doorway. But I promise you, Bella, we will never hurt you. You're safe here. And in time, I hope you'll see that this can be more than an arrangement. It can be real. He left, closing the door gently behind him. Bella collapsed on the bed and finally let herself cry. Dinner was surreal. Bella sat at a table that could seat 20, with Kai on her left and Kwon on her right. The food was expensive Korean dishes she didn't recognize, prepared by a chef she never saw. Kai kept the conversation light, asked about Lagos, her favorite foods, what she liked to do for fun. He was charming, warm, making her almost forget the circumstances that brought her here. Kwon barely spoke, but his presence was overwhelming. Every time Bella glanced at him, he was watching her. Not leering, just observing. Like he was memorizing every detail. You're staring, Bella finally said, meeting his gaze. You're beautiful, Kwon replied simply. I'm appreciating what's mine. Heat flushed through Bella's body, part anger, part something she didn't want to name. I'm not a possession. No, you're our wife. There's a difference. Is there? Yes. Kai's hand covered hers gently. A possession is something you own and discard. A wife is someone you protect, cherish, build a life with. You don't even know me. We will, Kai said. We have time. After dinner, Kwon stood. It's late. Come to bed. Bella's stomach dropped. Excuse me. You're exhausted. You should rest. I have my own room. You're our wife, Kwon said, his tone making it clear this wasn't a debate. You sleep with us. In our bed. That's not negotiable. Panic clawed at Bella's throat. I'm not ready for I can't. We're not going to force you into anything, Kai said quickly, standing and moving to her side. But we do sleep together. The three of us. It's how this works. You don't have to do anything you're not ready for. But you will be in our bed. In our arms. Getting used to us. He offered his hand. After a long moment, Bella took it. Their bedroom was enormous. The bed was massive, custom-made, clearly, to fit 3 people comfortably. Everything was expensive, masculine, intimidating. The bathroom is through there, Kai said, gesturing. There are things for you. Take your time. Bella found silk pajamas in her size, luxury skincare products, everything she could possibly need. She changed slowly, her hands trembling, trying to calm her racing heart. When she emerged, both men were already in bed. Shirtless. The sight of them, identical faces, sculpted bodies, looking at her with identical intensity, made her breath catch. Come here, Kai said gently, pulling back the covers. Bella climbed in, her body rigid. Kai was on her left, Kwon on her right. The moment she settled, Kai's arm wrapped around her waist, pulling her against his chest. Relax, he murmured against her ear. I've got you. You're safe. On her other side, Kwon's hand found her hip. Possessive. Grounding. Sleep, Kwon said quietly. We'll talk more tomorrow. Bella didn't think she'd be able to sleep. Not trapped between 2 dangerous men. Not in this strange country, in this impossible situation. But Kai's warmth was comforting. And Kwon's solid presence was steadying. Despite everything, she felt safe. And eventually, impossibly, she slept. She woke to sunlight streaming through floor-to-ceiling windows and a warm body pressed against her back. Kai. His arm was still around her waist, his breath soft against her neck. Kwon was gone. Bella tried to slip out of bed without waking Kai, but the moment she moved, his arm tightened. Where are you going? His voice was rough with sleep, warm and intimate. I need to use the bathroom. Okay. He released her reluctantly. Come back though. It's still early. The bathroom was a sanctuary of marble and luxury. Bella stared at herself in the mirror. She looked the same, but everything had changed. When she returned, Kai was sitting up, the sheets pulled around his waist, his bare chest on full display. He smiled when he saw her. Good morning, beautiful. Don't call me that. Why not? It's true. He patted the bed beside him. Come here. Talk to me. About what? Anything. Everything. I want to know you, Bella. She sat on the edge of the bed, keeping distance between them. Why? Why do you care? Because you're my wife. Because this is my life now. Yours too. We might as well make it good, right? Despite herself, Bella almost smiled. You're really optimistic for someone in an arranged marriage. I prefer to see opportunities, not obstacles. Kai shifted closer. Can I touch you? The question surprised her. What? Can I touch you? I want to. But I won't if you're not comfortable. Bella didn't know what to say. I guess. Kai's hand cupped her face gently, his thumb brushing her cheek. You're even more beautiful up close. Kai, I'm going to kiss you now. Okay. Her heart hammered. Okay. His lips were soft. Gentle. A question, not a demand. And when Bella didn't pull away, he deepened the kiss slowly, carefully, like she was something precious. When he pulled back, his eyes were warm. That wasn't so bad, was it? No, Bella admitted quietly. It wasn't. Good. Because I plan to do it a lot more. Over the next 2 weeks, Bella settled into a strange new rhythm. Mornings were usually with Kai. He was bright, energetic, impossible to resist. He'd take her on tours of Seoul, shower her with gifts, make her laugh despite everything. You don't have to buy me things, Bella said as he handed her yet another shopping bag. I know. I want to. Let me spoil you. Why? Because it makes me happy. And because I'm falling for you, Bella. More every day. It should have been too fast. Too much. But Kai's warmth was infectious. And slowly, carefully, Bella found herself falling too. Kwon was different. He didn't shower her with gifts or take her on adventures. But he'd appear with jollof rice, perfectly made, exactly like her mother's recipe, when she was homesick. He'd watch her favorite Nollywood movies without complaint. He'd stand behind her chair at dinner, a silent, protective presence. Why don't you talk more? Bella asked him one evening. I do. When I have something worth saying. Her brows furrowed. That's cryptic. Actions speak louder than words. He said, I prefer to show you how I feel. And how do you feel? Kwon's dark eyes held hers. Like you're the most important thing in my world. And I'd kill anyone who tried to take you from me. It should have scared her. Instead, it made her feel safe, valued, precious. 3 weeks after Bella arrived, everything changed. She'd been living with the twins, sleeping in their bed, accepting their touches and kisses. But they'd never pushed for more. Never demanded what they technically had a right to as her husbands. Until the night Kai found her crying on the balcony. Hey, what's wrong? He pulled her into his arms immediately. I miss home. I miss my family. I miss my life. The words tumbled out. I know I should be grateful. You've both been so kind, but I didn't choose this. I didn't choose any of this. I know. Kai's hand stroked her hair. I know, baby. And I'm sorry. I wish I could change how this started. But I can't. All I can do is try to make it better. How? By loving you. Completely. So well that eventually you won't want to go back. You'll want to stay. Here. With us. Bella pulled back to look at him. Kai, I love you. The words were simple. Direct. True. I know it's fast. I know you might not feel the same. But I love you, Bella. And I want to show you. Will you let me? Her breath caught. Show me how. By making you mine. Completely. The way a husband should. His hand cupped her face. Will you let me love you? Please. Bella knew what he was asking. And God help her, she wanted it. Wanted him. This warm, bright, beautiful man who'd made her laugh when she thought she'd never smile again. Yes, she whispered. Kai kissed her, deeper this time, more urgent. He lifted her easily, carrying her back inside to their bedroom. Kwon was there, sitting in a chair by the window, watching them enter. She's ready, Kai said simply. Kwon stood slowly, his dark eyes burning. Are you? Bella's voice trembled. Yes. What happened next was overwhelming. Kai was gentle, patient, talking her through every touch, every sensation. You're doing so good, baby. So perfect. Just breathe. I've got you. He made her first time beautiful, tender, safe. And when it was over, when Bella was trembling and overwhelmed and completely undone, Kai kissed her forehead and whispered, "You're mine now. And I'm never letting you go." Then he moved aside. And Kwon was there. Where Kai had been gentle, Kwon was intense, possessive. He didn't ask permission, he took, claimed, demanded. "Mine," he growled against her neck. "You're mine, Bella. Say it. I'm yours. Both of ours." His hand gripped her hip hard enough to bruise. "Say it. I'm yours. Both of yours. Good girl." If Kai had introduced her to pleasure, Kwon introduced her to passion, to need, to a kind of intensity she'd never imagined. And when it was finally over, when Bella lay boneless and exhausted between them, she realized something terrifying. She loved them both. Completely differently, but equally deeply. Kai was her sun, bright, warm, the joy in her days. Kwon was her moon, intense, protective, the fire in her nights. And she belonged to both of them. The next 3 months were the happiest and most confusing of Bella's life. She fell into a rhythm with the twins. Mornings with Kai, who'd wake her with kisses and take her on adventures around Seoul. He'd buy her gifts, make her laugh, show her the city through his eyes. Evenings with Kwon, who preferred quiet. He'd cook for her, teach her Korean, hold her while they watched movies. His love was quieter, but no less consuming. And nights belonged to both of them. They worked in perfect synchronization, Kai knowing exactly when to be gentle, Kwon knowing exactly when to push. They learned her body together, discovered what made her gasp, what made her scream, what made her cry their names. It should have been perfect. But Bella was drowning in guilt. "I love them differently," she confessed to Mrs. Park, the housekeeper who'd become her confidant. "Kai makes me laugh, makes me happy. With him, I feel light and free. But Kwon sets me on fire. When I'm with him, I feel alive in a way I can't explain. And that's a problem?" Mrs. Park asked gently. "Yes. I shouldn't love one more than the other." Mrs. Park cut her off. "Who says you love one more?" "I feel differently about them," she sighed. Mrs. Park chuckled. "Love isn't meant to feel the same for everyone, child. A mother loves her children equally but differently. Why should this be different? Because they're my husbands. I should feel the same." Says who? Bella didn't have an answer, but the guilt ate at her, made her withdraw, pull back from both men, afraid that showing more affection to one would hurt the other. Kai noticed first. "You've been distant," he said one morning, catching her hand. "What's wrong?" "Nothing. Don't lie to me. Please. Talk to me." "I can't." "Why not?" Because if she admitted the truth, that she loved him differently than she loved Kwon, wouldn't that hurt him? Wouldn't he feel like he wasn't enough? That night, things came to a head. Kwon found Bella in the library, the same room where she'd first met them months ago. She was crying, trying to be quiet, but he heard anyway. "What happened?" His voice was sharp, concerned. "Nothing. Bella." He knelt in front of her, forcing her to meet his eyes. "Tell me. I can't do this anymore." Fear flashed in his eyes. "Do what?" "Pretend. Pretend that I feel the same about both of you when I don't," the words burst out. "I love you both, but it's different, and I don't know how to balance it, and I'm terrified that if I show too much affection to one of you, the other will feel neglected, and I'm going to mess this up and ruin everything." "Stop." Kwon's hands cupped her face firmly. "Stop." Kai appeared in the doorway, his expression concerned. "What's going on?" "She thinks she has to love us the same way," Kwon said, his eyes never leaving Bella's face. "What?" Kai crossed the room quickly. "Bella, is that true?" Yes, I don't know," tears streamed down her face. "I love Kai like sunshine. He makes me happy and light and free. But I love you," she looked at Kwon, like fire. Like drowning and flying at the same time. "And it's not the same, and I don't know if that's wrong." "It's not wrong," Kai said immediately, kneeling beside Kwon. "Baby, it's not wrong. We're different people," Kwon said, his voice unusually gentle. Of course you love us differently. But, do you love me less than you love Kai? Kwon asked. No. Do you love Kai less than you love me? No. I love you both so much. Then that's all that matters. Kai's hand found hers. We don't expect you to feel the same about us. We're not the same person. I bring you joy, Kai continued. That's my role. That's how I love you, by making you laugh, making you happy, being your light. And I bring you passion, Kwon said. I challenge you, push you, set you on fire. That's how I love you. You need both, Kai said softly. And we need you. All of you. However you come. But isn't it unfair? Love isn't meant to be divided equally like a pie, Kwon said. It's meant to grow, expand, fill all the spaces it's given. Your heart is big enough for both of us, Kai added. Different kinds of love, but both complete. Both real. Stop trying to measure it. Stop trying to make it fair. Just love us. However it feels right. Bella looked between them, these two men who'd become her entire world. You really mean that? Yes, they said in unison. Something broke open in Bella's chest. Relief. Freedom. Permission to feel everything she'd been suppressing. I love you, she told Kai, cupping his face. You beautiful, bright, impossible man. You make me believe in joy again. Then she turned to Kwon. And I love you. You intense, protective, passionate man. You make me feel alive. And we love you, Kai said, pulling her into his arms. Kwon's arms came around both of them. More than anything in this world. That night, they made love differently. Not as two separate experiences, but as one unified expression of the bond they shared. Kai's gentleness and Kwon's intensity blending into something perfect. And Bella finally understood. This was her family, her home, her future. Not in spite of loving two men, but because of it. 6 months into the marriage, everything shattered. It started with a phone call. Kwon answered, his expression darkening as he listened. When he hung up, his face was granite. What's wrong? Bella asked immediately. The Choi organization knows about you. Ice flooded Bella's veins. She'd learned enough about the twins' business to know that name. The Choi family was their biggest rival, violent, ruthless, always looking for weakness to exploit. How? Someone talked. Someone inside our organization. Kwon's jaw was tight. They know you're our wife. They know you're our weakness. I'm not a weakness. You are. Kai's voice was uncharacteristically serious as he entered the room. The only one we have. The only thing in this world we care about more than power. What are they going to do? They're going to try to take you, Kwon said flatly. Use you as leverage. Force us to give up territory, operations, money. Everything. Then we make a deal. No. Both twins spoke at once. We don't negotiate with terrorists, Kai said firmly. And we sure as hell don't hand over our wife. So what do? We protect you, Kwon said. We lock down this estate. Triple security. You don't leave the house. You don't go anywhere without both of us. For 2 weeks, Bella lived in a fortress. Armed guards everywhere. Surveillance cameras. No trips outside. No freedom. It was suffocating. I hate this, she told Kai one afternoon. I feel like a prisoner again. I know, baby. I'm sorry. But it's temporary. We're handling it. How? Kai's expression was grim. You don't want to know. But Bella did know. She heard the late-night phone calls. Saw the blood on Kwon's knuckles when he came home. Felt the tension rolling off both men. They were at war. And she was the reason. The guilt was overwhelming. Then came the night everything went wrong. Bella was in the library when the lights went out. Emergency generators kicked in immediately, bathing everything in red emergency lighting. Gunshots exploded outside. Shouting in Korean. Return fire. The door burst open. Kai, gun drawn, his expression terrified. Come with me. Now. He grabbed her hand, pulling her toward a hidden panic room. But they didn't make it. 3 men in black tactical gear appeared in the hallway. Kai shoved Bella behind him, raising his weapon. Don't move, he shouted. They moved. Kai fired. 2 men dropped. But the 3rd got a shot off. Kai went down. Kai! Bella screamed. The 3rd man grabbed her, arm around her throat, dragging her backward. Come quietly or I put a bullet in his head. No, please, Bella. Kwan's roar echoed through the mansion. He appeared like an avenging angel, covered in blood that wasn't his, eyes wild with rage. He saw Kai on the ground, saw Bella in the attacker's grip, and he became something terrifying. The fight was brutal, efficient, over in seconds. Kwan killed the man holding Bella with his bare hands, then immediately dropped to his knees beside his brother. Kai, look at me. I'm okay, Kai gasped, clutching his shoulder. Vest caught most of it. I'm okay. Bella collapsed beside them, hands shaking. Oh God. You're safe, Kwan said, pulling her against his chest. You're both safe. I've got you. More of their men appeared, securing the area. The attack was over, but the message was clear. The Choi family could reach them, even here. The next morning, both twins sat Bella down. We're ending this, Kwan said. Today. What does that mean? It means we're going to war, Kai said quietly, his shoulder bandaged, but his expression determined. Full war. We're taking down the Choi organization completely. No more half measures. That's suicide. They're too powerful. So are we, Kwan interrupted. And they made a fatal mistake. They came after you. They hurt Kai. That ends now. I don't want you to die for me. We're not dying, Kai said firmly. We're winning. And then we're coming home to you. I promise. They left that night, both of them, with an army of men, leaving Bella under heavy guard in the estate. She'd never felt so helpless. For 3 days, she heard nothing. Just silence and the grim faces of the guards who refused to tell her anything. Then, on the 4th day, her phone rang. Unknown number. Hello, Mrs. Han. A voice she didn't recognize. Korean accent. Your husbands are currently surrounded in a warehouse in Gangnam. 20 of my men. 2 of them. You can imagine how this ends. Bella's heart stopped. No, unless you'd like to save them. Come to this address. Alone. Trade yourself for them. And maybe, I'll let them live. Don't you dare. The line went dead. Bella stared at the text message that appeared. An address. A time. 2 hours. She should tell the guards. Call for backup. Do anything except what she was about to do. But they had Kai and Kwan. Her husbands. The men she loved more than her own life. She wasn't letting them die. Bella slipped out through a service entrance, bypassing security, and took one of the cars. The address led to an abandoned factory on the outskirts of Seoul. She should have been terrified. Instead, she felt weirdly calm. Inside the factory, a man waited. Older. 50s. Expensive suit. This had to be Choi Dongmin, the head of the family. Mrs. Han. How brave of you to come. Where are my husbands? Alive. For now. My men are holding them at a separate location. Once I confirm you're here, I'll release them. I don't believe you. Choi smiled. Smart woman. You're right not to trust me. But you don't have a choice, do you? Bella's hands curled into fists. What do you want? Everything the Han twins have. Their territory. Their operations. Their money. And to ensure they never rebuild, his smile widened. I'm going to kill their precious wife right in front of them. They'll destroy you. They'll try. And fail. Because I'll have broken them first. Broken their hearts. Their spirits. Everything. Before Bella could respond, a voice called out from the shadows. Really bad plan, Choi. Kai stepped into the light. Unharmed. Smiling coldly. Kwan appeared from the other side. Also unharmed. Also smiling that dangerous smile. What? How? Choi stammered. Did you really think we'd fall for an ambush that obvious? Kai asked. We've been in this business our entire lives. You used my wife as bait, Kwan said, his voice deadly quiet. To draw us out. So we used her as bait to draw you out. Bella's head spun. You knew I'd come. Of course we knew, Kai said gently, moving to her side. You love us. You'd do anything to save us. We counted on that. And now, Kwan continued, advancing on Choi, you're exactly where we want you. Isolated. No backup. No escape. Choi reached for his gun. Kwan shot him in the hand before he could touch it. That's for threatening my wife. Police sirens wailed outside. Not just police, federal agents. Prosecutors. We gave them everything, Kai explained as Choi was dragged away, screaming. Every crime you've committed. Every operation. Every dirty deal. We've been building a case for months. We just needed you in one place, caught in the act of attempted murder. You used me, Bella whispered. We protected you, Kwon corrected, pulling her into his arms. And we ended the threat. Permanently. You could have told me. If you'd known, you wouldn't have been convincing, Kai said, wrapping his arms around both of them. We needed him to believe you were really in danger. That he'd really won. Bella wanted to be angry. But mostly, she was just relieved they were alive. Don't ever do that again, she said fiercely. Deal, they said in unison. 2 years later, Bella stood in the garden of their estate, watching two little boys chase each other through the flowers. Twins. Of course. Tae had Kai's smile and Kwon's intense eyes. June had Kwon's serious expression and Kai's infectious laugh. They were perfect. Beautiful. Hers. They're going to destroy those roses, Kai said, wrapping his arms around her waist from behind. Let them. They're just flowers. You've changed, Kwon observed, appearing on her other side. 2 years ago, you would have panicked about damaging expensive plants. 2 years ago, I just arrived in a foreign country as payment for my father's debt. Things change. We changed, Kai corrected. Together. Bella leaned back against him. I never thought I'd be happy here. I thought I'd spend my life resenting you both. Hating this arrangement. And now? Kwon asked. Now I can't imagine my life any other way. She turned to look at both of them. You're my home. Both of you. My sun and my moon. My joy and my fire. I love you both so much it terrifies me sometimes. Good, Kai said, kissing her temple. Because we love you just as much. Maybe more. Definitely more, Kwon added, his arm pulling her close. Mommy, Tae called out. June took my truck. Did not. June protested. Bella laughed. I should. I'll get them, Kai said, jogging over to referee the dispute. Kwon's arm stayed around Bella's waist. Happy? Incredibly. You. More than I ever thought possible. He turned her to face him fully. When we first brought you here, I didn't expect to fall in love. I expected an arrangement. A transaction. Something we managed, like we manage everything else in our lives. Her gaze held him. And instead, he tilted his head. Instead, you became the center of everything. The reason we get up in the morning. The reason we're trying to legitimize our business operations. Build something our sons can inherit without shame. Bella's eyes widened. You're really doing that? Getting out of the criminal side. Slowly. Carefully. But yes. Kwon's thumb brushed her cheek. Because you deserve a husband who doesn't come home with blood on his hands. And our sons deserve a father they can be proud of. Both fathers, Bella corrected. Kwon smiled, that rare, genuine smile he saved only for her and the boys. Both fathers. Kai returned, carrying both giggling boys. Crisis averted. Turns out they both had trucks and just wanted attention. Wonder who they learned that from, Bella teased. Absolutely no idea, Kai said innocently, setting the boys down. They immediately ran off again, their laughter filling the garden. Mrs. Han. A voice called from the house. Their housekeeper, Mrs. Park, waving a phone. Your mother is on the line. Bella's face lit up. After 2 years of careful rebuilding, her relationship with her family had healed. Her father had gotten help for his gambling addiction. Her mother had visited 3 times, falling in love with her grandsons immediately. I'll be right there. She turned to her husbands. Don't let them destroy the entire garden while I'm gone. No promises, Kai called after her as she hurried inside. Later that evening, after the boys were asleep and the mansion was quiet, the 3 of them sat on their bedroom balcony overlooking Seoul's glittering skyline. Do you ever regret it? Kai asked suddenly. The way this started? Being forced into this marriage? Bella was quiet for a moment, thinking. I regret not having a choice at the beginning. I regret the fear and anger and confusion of those first weeks. But regret this. She gestured between the 3 of them. Regret us? Never. Even though it's unconventional? Kwon asked. Especially because it's unconventional. Bella smiled. I get to love two incredible men who love me back completely. I get to have a family that's unique and beautiful and ours. How could I regret that? The world doesn't understand relationships like ours, Kai said quietly. The world doesn't have to understand. We do. Bella took both their hands. I spent months trying to make this fit into some normal box. Trying to love you the same way, trying to divide my heart equally like it was something that could be measured and portioned out. And now? Kwon prompted. Now I know that love doesn't work that way. My love for Kai isn't less than my love for you, Kwon. And my love for you isn't less than my love for Kai. They're different colors of the same emotion. Different expressions of the same truth. Which is, Kai asked softly, that you're both mine. And I'm both of yours. And together, we're complete. Kwon pulled her against his chest. You're extraordinary, you know that? I'm just a girl from Lagos who learned to love in a way I never expected. You're the woman who saved us, Kai corrected, moving to wrap his arms around both of them. We were just going through the motions before you. Building an empire, but not a life. You gave us something to live for beyond power and money. You gave us a family, Kwon added. A real one. With love and laughter and purpose. Bella felt tears prick her eyes. You both gave me the same thing. A home. A place where I belong. Where I'm valued and cherished and loved. Always, they said together. That night, they made love slowly, tenderly, a reaffirmation of the bond they'd built over 2 years. Kai's gentle touches and whispered words of adoration. Kwon's intense possession and fierce protectiveness. Both of them loving her completely, differently, perfectly. And Bella loved them back with everything she had. 3 months later, Bella sat in the bathroom, staring at 3 positive pregnancy tests. Pregnant. Again. Joy bubbled up inside her, mixed with a hint of anxiety. The twins had been a handful loving them, raising them, managing 2 energetic toddlers who had inherited both their father's intensity and mischief. But another baby? Another child to love? Yes. Absolutely yes. She found both men in Kwon's office, reviewing legitimate business proposals. They were really doing it, transitioning away from the criminal empire their father had built toward legal operations. I need to tell you both something, Bella said from the doorway. They looked up immediately, always attuned to her tone, her mood, her needs. What's wrong? Kwon asked, already standing. Nothing's wrong. Bella smiled, pulling the tests from her pocket. Everything's very, very right. Kai saw them first. His eyes went wide. Is that, are you? I'm pregnant. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Kai let out a whoop of joy, sweeping her into his arms and spinning her around. Kwon was there a second later, his hand on her stomach, his expression filled with wonder. Another baby, he said quietly. Another child. Are you happy? Bella asked, suddenly nervous. Happy? Kai laughed. Baby, I'm ecstatic. We're having another child. Our family is growing. How far along? Kwon asked practically. About 8 weeks, I think. I have a doctor's appointment next week to confirm. We're coming with you, both men said simultaneously. Bella laughed. I figured. That night, they celebrated quietly. Just the 3 of them, after the boys were asleep, toasting with sparkling cider and talking about the future. What if it's a girl this time? Kai wondered aloud. Then God help us all, Kwon said dryly. A daughter with Bella's stubbornness and our protectiveness? We're doomed. We're blessed, Bella corrected. Boy or girl, this baby is a blessing. All of this is a blessing, Kai said, looking around their home. This life. This family. You. Sometimes I still can't believe this is real, Bella admitted. That I went from being terrified and alone to having this. Having you both. Having our sons and now another baby on the way. Believe it, Kwon said firmly. This is your life now. Our life. And it's only getting better. Bella's pregnancy progressed smoothly. At 20 weeks, they learned they were having a girl. Kai cried. Kwon's hand shook as he touched the ultrasound image. A daughter, he whispered. We're having a daughter. You're going to be so overprotective, Bella teased. Absolutely, both men agreed without shame. But happiness never lasted long in their world. 2 weeks later, Kwon received a message that made his blood run cold. "What is it?" Bella asked, seeing his expression. "Choi Dong-min's son, Choi Min-suk. He's been released from prison early. Good behavior." Bella's hand went instinctively to her rounded belly. "He's coming for revenge." "We don't know that," Kai started. "Yes, we do." Kwon's voice was hard. "His father died in prison 6 months ago. He blames us. And now he's free. What do? We prepare. We protect. We eliminate the threat before it reaches our family." But Choi Min-suk was smarter than his father. More patient. He didn't attack their home or their businesses. Instead, he went after something more precious. Their sons. The twins Tae and June, now 3 years old, attended a private preschool with heavy security. But even the best security had weaknesses. The call came during lunch. The school's director, voice shaking with terror, "Mrs. Han, there's been an incident." Bella's world stopped. What kind of incident? A man tried to take Tae and June from the playground. Our security stopped him, but Mrs. Han, he had photographs. Of your sons. Detailed schedules. He'd been planning this. Ice flooded Bella's veins. "Where are my sons?" "Safe. Locked in my office with 3 guards." "But Mrs. Han, this man, he said to give you a message. He said, the Han family will know loss like my family knows loss." Kwon and Kai arrived at the school before Bella finished the call. They'd been monitoring all communications, had heard everything. By the time Bella got there, both men were already organizing a full lockdown. The boys were fine, scared but safe, clinging to their fathers. "Mommy," they both launched themselves at her. Bella held them close, breathing in their little boy scent, feeling their hearts beat against hers. "I've got you. You're safe. I promise." But she caught Kwon's eye over their heads. They both knew the truth. This wasn't over. This was just beginning. That night, after the boys were finally asleep, both in their parents' bed, too scared to sleep alone, Bella found Kai on the balcony. "You're going after him," she said quietly. Not a question. "Yes." "When?" "Tonight. Kwon's already mobilizing our men. We're not waiting for him to make another move. He could have taken them," Bella whispered, her voice breaking. "Our babies. He could have, but he didn't." Kai pulled her into his arms. "And he won't. Because we're ending this. Tonight. I'm coming with you." "Absolutely not. They're my sons too. And that man threatened my family. I'm not sitting here helpless while you two risk your lives. You're pregnant. Which is exactly why I need to end this threat. For all my children. For our daughter." Bella's voice was steel. "I'm coming. Don't argue." Kai stared at her for a long moment. Then he smiled. "God, I love you. I love you too. Now let's go kill the man who threatened our children." They found Choi Min-suk in a warehouse in Incheon, another abandoned building, because apparently criminals lacked imagination for meeting locations. But this time, they weren't walking into a trap. They were setting one. Kwon had leaked false information about a secret meeting between the Han twins and a rival organization. Choi couldn't resist the opportunity to attack when they were supposedly vulnerable. Except the warehouse was full of their men. Armed. Ready. Waiting. Bella stayed in a secure vehicle outside with additional guards. She'd argued, but Kai and Kwon had been firm. She could be present, but not in the direct line of fire. Not while carrying their daughter. She watched through security feeds as Choi and his men entered the warehouse. Watched as the trap closed. Watched as Kai and Kwon stepped out of the shadows, guns drawn. Choi Min-suk, Kwon's voice came through the audio feed. "You made a fatal mistake." "Did I?" Choi smiled coldly. "Your sons are still alive only because my men haven't received the kill order yet. But one phone call." "Your men are dead," Kai interrupted. "We found them 2 hours ago. Eliminated them. There is no kill order. There's no backup. There's just you alone, surrounded by people who want you dead." Choi's face went white. "You're bluffing." "Am I?" Kwon pulled out his phone, showed him photos. Bodies. Choi's men. All dead. "You see, you made a mistake going after our children," Kai continued, his voice soft and deadly. "We could have tolerated attacks on our business, on our operations, even on us personally. but our children. His smile was terrifying. That's a line you don't cross. Your father crossed that line, choice fat. Your family destroyed mine. Your father tried to kill our wife, Kwon said flatly. He made his choice. And now you've made yours. Going after innocent children to settle a vendetta. They're not innocent. They're your children. They're 3 years old, Kai interrupted. Babies who've done nothing wrong. And you are willing to hurt them to get to us. That makes you worse than your father ever was. Bella watched as Choi pulled a gun. Watched as both Kai and Kwon fired simultaneously. Choi went down. It was over in seconds. The threat that had haunted them for years, that had escalated to targeting their children over. Bella felt something loosen in her chest. Relief. Safety. The knowledge that her family was finally, truly secure. When Kai and Kwon emerged from the warehouse, she was waiting. They came straight to her, both checking her over, hands on her belly, making sure she and the baby were okay. It's done, Kwon said quietly. He's dead. Bella asked. Yes. And his entire organization is being dismantled as we speak. Federal authorities, international task forces, we gave them everything. Every crime, every operation. It's over. Really over? Really over, Kai confirmed. We can go home now. To our sons. To our life. No more threats. No more looking over our shoulders. Bella threw her arms around both of them. Take me home. To our boys. To our family. 5 years later. Bella sat in their garden, expanded now, with a playground and a treehouse and space for 5 children to run and play. 5 children. After their daughter Nari came the twin boys Tae and June, now 8. Then had come another daughter, Mi-sun, now 3. And finally, just last year, another son, Jae. Their family was loud, chaotic, beautiful. Mommy, Nari, now 4, came running up. June pushed Tae. Did not. June protested, right behind her. Did too. Tae added. Bella sighed. Where are your fathers? Daddy Kai is helping Mi-sun with her drawing. Daddy Kwon is feeding Jae. Then go tell Daddy Kai about the pushing. And June. She fixed her son with a look. Apologize to your brother. Sorry, June muttered. Good. Now go play. Nicely. They ran off, already laughing, the fight forgotten. Kai emerged from the house, carrying Mi-sun, who was proudly holding a drawing of their family. Look what our artistic genius created. The drawing showed 7 stick figures, Bella in the middle, Kai and Kwon on either side, and 5 smaller figures representing the children. All holding hands. All smiling. It's perfect, Bella said, kissing Mi-sun's forehead. Just like our family. Kwon appeared with baby Jae, now fed and content, sleeping against his father's shoulder. Another successful day in the Han household, he said dryly. Only 3 fights, 2 tantrums, and 1 minor injury. That's a good day, Kai laughed. Bella looked at her family, her loud, chaotic, perfect family, and felt overwhelming gratitude. She'd come to Korea terrified, alone, sold into a marriage she never wanted. She'd expected to hate these men, to spend her life resenting the arrangement that had stolen her freedom. Instead, she'd found love. Real, deep, complicated love that didn't fit into any conventional box. She'd found a family that grew from 2 men and 1 terrified girl into something beautiful and rare. What are you thinking? Kai asked, settling beside her. That I'm happy. That this life, our life, is more than I ever dreamed possible. Even with the chaos? Kwon asked, gesturing to their children, who were now engaged in an elaborate game involving the treehouse, several toy swords, and what appeared to be a dragon made from blankets. Especially with the chaos. Bella smiled. This is everything. You're both everything. We love you, they said in unison. I love you both. Differently. Completely. Equally. Bella took both their hands. My sun and my moon. My joy and my fire. My home. And as the soul sunset painted the sky in shades of orange and gold, as their children's laughter filled the air, as 2 men held the woman they both loved, Bella knew one truth with absolute certainty. A heart, when brave enough to love beyond boundaries, can hold infinite love. And this unconventional family? This beautiful, chaotic, perfect family? This was proof. The end. Final message: love doesn't have to look the way the world expects. Sometimes the most beautiful families are the ones that break all the rules. Sometimes one heart can love two souls completely. And sometimes, the life you never chose becomes the life you could never imagine living without. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to drop a comment telling me what you loved most about Bella, Kai, and Kwan's journey. Thank you for watching, besties, and I'll see you in the next one.